Good morning. What's up? What's up? What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Nikki, and I am back. I hope y'all have a marvelous Monday. My Monday has started out good. I listened to my word this morning. Y'all, you know what? Every time I listen to something, it always re- re- resort back to anything like this morning. I was listening to Joel Osteen, and he said the name of the sermon was God will order your steps. God is ordering your steps. So I'm thinking that it's gonna be something about him, talking about which way I need to go in life. God gonna show me which way. Yeah, I mean he said something like that, but most of the things that he was talking about was how dealing with people, you know, you have to learn that some people just not for you. And I don't know why, like, everything that I listen to is always got something to do with dealing with people. And like I feel like that's my biggest lesson in life at this moment. It's just about dealing with people because it's hard. Y'all don't know what they say. I need to give me some eye patches or something. But it's hard. I can say it is hard dealing with people. But at the same time, I'm learning to learn from it and move on. Like I really am. I'm not in a space where I'm trying to hold on to something that is never gonna be what I need it to be. Like, if I haven't got the support from people out of all these years that I've known them, why spend the next 30, 40, 50 years of my life trying to get the same support from the same people? Like, people are not gonna be in your life at all stages of your life, and you're not gonna get the support that you need if you never got it from them. Don't keep expecting it from them. And it's like that's where I keep getting, like, I listen to like I said, when I turned on that sermon this morning, I was thinking about, he was going to talk about the places I need to be in life, and where God is going to order me. But I guess it got a lot to do with the people that you're around, where you end up going, because they do say birds of a feather flock together. So if you keep hanging around negative people, you're going to be a negative person. But if you hang around positive people, they're going to motivate you to do better. And even though I can't really say I got a lot of motivation to just go above and beyond, I feel like myself right now is my motivation. Me knowing that I don't want to do the same thing that I did back in the days is my motivation. Me knowing that a restaurant job and settling for a factory job, and knowing that everything happened for a reason and God makes no mistakes. Me knowing those things is the reason why I am the way that I am at this point. And I'm okay with, like I said, being without a job for however long, to go back to school and get more education and do what it is that I need to do to better myself. The only thing is, y'all, I don't want to overwork myself. Like, I am a wife at the end of the day, so I'm trying to have. I guess I want the best of both worlds. I want to be able to hold down my household, take care of my husband, take care of my house. You know what I'm saying? Do what I need to do for me and him. You know, still okay, praise God, that's number one, getting closer to God, but still want to be able to do what I need to do for my household and be able to work. That's why I did want to work from home job, but I don't know, what I'm saying. If it's see fit, if God want me to have one, I eventually have one. Right now it's kind of hard to me trying to get into it. Y'all excuse me if y'all just heard my burp, because it's like, to me, AI really taking over everything. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm kind of confused about it. we're trying to get into the work from home feel. I'm kind of confused, but I still want to, tap into. I want to tap into something that y'all I can really, really do and really, won't overwork myself and still be able to cook dinner and have dinner on the table by a certain time. Cause my husband, if dinner ain't on the table by a certain time, he like, you know what, we gonna go eat out and then we gonna call it tonight. But I don't really be want to eat out a lot. You know what I'm saying? I be want to cook. So tonight, y'all, I'm making me some salmon, fresh salmon with some mashed potatoes, and I wanted some broccoli, but I did not pick up no broccoli. I don't know why I didn't pick up no broccoli, but I did not. So I might have to end up running to the store and getting me some broccoli for my food for my dinner tonight. But that's what we're gonna have, and then I think ahead. Tomorrow, I think I'm having some cube steak and rice and probably some string beans or something like that. Yeah, so because I try to cook at least 2 to 3 times, if not 4 times throughout the week. I try to cook. Sometimes I might, just pull like some fish sticks or do like some hot dogs. I mean, hot dogs cooking, but not really just a big meal like doing salmon well, salmon ain't really a big meal, but it's more healthier and it's more to it than just boiling some hot dogs. So you know, but yeah. So that's what I'm pretty much doing today. But like I said, y'all, I'm just this page is pretty much just motivation, not just for me, for anybody who, what I'm saying, going through the same things that I'm going through. Y'all, I have a lot in my mind that I be wanting to just release, and I'm able to release it here. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to, try to connect with somebody. I haven't anybody really responded to me, ain't really said too much. But it's fine. I'm getting more subscribers, so I do know people aren't listening. You know what I'm saying? So and it's not that I'm trying to have best friends. It's just that I want to have people who can relate to the things that I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? And I can probably help them and they can probably help me too. Even though, sometimes it get hard and sometimes you don't really know what to say. A lot of the times, like what I've dealt with people, like when I was going through certain things, I would go to certain people for help, or not just for help, but for like, just to talk, and I wouldn't get the answer that I need. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't even just the answer. I wouldn't. It was like they just wouldn't involve themselves. Like they wouldn't even try to give me any kind of motivation or anything. So you know what I'm saying? It's like at this point, really in my life, it's time. It's God or nothing. It's getting closer to God, or I'm just be in a world lost. You know what I'm saying? Even though I am married, y'all, being a individual is something very important. It was like, what I'm saying? I probably mentioned it before about, Jada Pickett and Will Smith, how he was like, she wasn't happy. And he was like, he found out that he couldn't make her happy. She had to make herself happy. You can be with somebody all day, 24/7. Just like even with Hitman Holler from Wild and Out, y'all, and his fiance, they got a podcast, and he was saying how much he do for her. He pay all the bills. She ain't never heard of work in 10 years. He pay all the bills. She got 4 cars. He take her eye. He bought her a $30,000 chain. Like she don't have to want for nothing, but she's not happy, and that's because your individual happiness does not depend on somebody else. You got to be happy within yourself to be really happy in your relationship. If you okay with you, then you okay in your relationship. But if you got a problem with something that you're not happy with, like you ain't bringing in no money or you ain't doing what you want to do in life, you're not going to be happy. And I feel like that's what a lot of people I be seeing, like they be having other couples come on and talk to her. But I don't think I haven't seen nobody tell her that. Like everybody, she keeps saying how what he doing, and he doing, and people keep pointing out him. But it's not him, because to me, he's doing everything. He's not cheating. She ain't had to worry about no cheating. She ain't had to worry about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Even though he don't want her to work, but she gotta do that for herself in order to be happy. And I know at the end of the day, that's something that I just want to do. I've never sat around and depended on anybody for anything, and I don't want to start. I always been the individual, and I've never been that type of person to have a man to tell me what I can and cannot tell. Cause baby, Nick gonna make her own decision at the end of the day, but based off of how my love is for you, I know I'm gonna make the right decision. I'm not just gonna be out here willy nilly. You know what I'm saying? If you holding me down, trust me, I'm gonna hold you down. But I gotta be an individual. I gotta feel that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do as a woman, as a child of God, as a woman of God, and as a woman of Christ. I have got to. So I'm leaning more towards that. I'm like I said, I'm not drinking, not doing that. And I know it's gonna be new for a lot of people, for me, because they used to the Nikki that was ready to party when they was ready to party, ready to do, you know what I'm saying, all this other stuff. But that's just not me. And I don't feel like it was me back then either, because even before then, like, to me, a person who liked to drink, pretty much they snuck and started drinking when they was young. Even though my family used to give it to me, I was never that person that, okay, if mama left a wine cooler in the refrigerator, I'm finna go sneak and drink the wine cooler. Like, that was never me. Like, I was never that person snooping. Oh, I see some weed somewhere and I'm finna, you know what I'm saying, grab it and smoke it, you know what I'm saying? That was never me. If I was around people that was doing, even when I was able to, I was living with my cousins at one point, and they used to, you know what I'm saying, have little nights where they'll get together and have their friends and stuff over, be drinking, smoking and stuff like that. I didn't do it. I was just around. I just liked to chill around the people. I didn't have to engage in it. You know what I'm saying? I honestly did not have to. And that's why I feel like at this point, I don't have to. But the thing about it is, I'm just leaning more towards, I feel like my calling was to be closer to God. I don't know where it is. Like, if I'm supposed to be a minister, teaching people things of the Bible and stuff like that. Like, I don't want to say that that's what I'm supposed to do, because I'm still learning the Bible myself. So I can't teach nobody nothing that I'm not really sure of myself. The only thing that I am sure of is of what I have experienced and what God has taught me through my experiences. And I know it's been Him, simply because, like I said, I've never been in a place where I just couldn't come up out of it. Like, He has always taken care of me. Me making decisions in my life, I'd be stuck, procrastinating, and I wouldn't move. I wouldn't make no decision. I'd just be stuck. But I know it's God. That voice in my head that telling me that tells me to get up and do this and get up and move and do that. To me, that's God. That's God speaking to me. Because, like they say, faith without works is dead. You can have all the faith in the world, but if you just lay in the bed expecting for it to just fall in your lap or something like that, or fall next to you, it's never going to happen like that. So you have to make some kind of movement in order for God to actually move also in your life. So that's what I'm doing, y'all. I promise y'all, that's what I'm doing. I'm just trying to figure things out, and I feel like I'm on the right path. It's just, getting over this hurdle of being around people that I once was around, my loved ones, y'all, because I told y'all I ain't had no friends. So it's pretty much my loved ones that I was around, you know what I'm saying, that I still love. Like I said, I don't hold no grudges. It's just that I can't be that same person that I was. I'm not the same person that I was back in the day. I am really someone different and trying to be a better person than what I was long time ago. Like, for real. The smoking and the drinking really ain't me. But I'm still living, because anybody can tell you. But we can still sit and have a conversation. I still know how to make people laugh. You know what I'm saying? Because I am still a goofy person. I do like to laugh and joke and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to always be me. But I don't have to have the alcohol and stuff to be that person. So, I just it's just, motivation, y'all. Motivation, motivation, motivation. So I want to inspire somebody to, what I'm saying, do what they need to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the perfect person, but I'm not the worst person. I know that. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all, whatever it is in life that you're going through, it'll always get better. But the only way that I could see it getting there is if you get a relationship with God. And that's the most I could say. You have to find you have to figure out that relationship, but you gotta get one. You gotta get one. So I'm gonna end my video right here. Is getting on, getting too long. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going ahead and end it here. But I just want y'all to know, what I'm saying, get your relationship with God and listen to His word, and He gonna lead you. He gonna lead you. Whatever it is that you keep hearing on repeat, every time you turn around, you keep hearing the same thing. People dealing with the same situations and stuff like that. That's God trying to tell you something. So, listen to Him and move accordingly. Move like how you're supposed to move. So, y'all have an awesome Monday. Y'all have an awesome week. I'm not sure exactly when I'm coming back on. But as I've always said, at Dear Diary, this is not the end. This is a see you later. So, y'all have an awesome day and enjoy your week. Bye-bye.